Hi, today we're going to talk about fractions, improper fractions and mixed numbers in particular. An improper fraction has the numerator, or the top of the fraction, is larger than the denominator. So for example, 10 over 3, since the top is larger than the bottom, then that is a improper fraction. The value of this fraction is greater than 1. So other improper fractions, 17 over 2, for example, and 20 over 15. Now for this last one, 20 over 15, it's not in reduced form because both 20 and 15 can be divided by 5. And if we divide both of those by 5, we have another improper fraction. So it's still greater than 1, of course, because these are equivalent fractions. So 20 over 15 and 4 over 3 are equivalent fractions with a different denominator, but they are both equal to the same thing. Mixed numbers, however, are made up with a whole number and a proper fraction. Now, proper fraction has the numerator smaller than the denominator. So, for example, 3 and 1/2, 3 is called the whole part. I'll say the whole part. And 1/2 is a proper fraction, having the numerator, the top of the fraction, smaller than the bottom. So that's less than 1. So 3 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2 is, you can also write it as 3 plus 1/2. Okay. So other mixed numbers, for example, 5 and 2/3, or 9 and 1/5. These are all mixed numbers. So we can change from an improper fraction to a mixed number, and from a mixed number to an improper fraction. We'll do that on the next page. But basically what we're going to do is divide the denominator into the numerator, either with a calculator or we'll do it by hand here. So for example, 3 over 2, 2 goes into 3 once. 2 goes into 3 once. If we subtract, we have a remainder of 1. That's what's left over when we take 2 out. So our mixed number would then be 1 because there's 1 whole, and then the remainder is 1/2. If there is a remainder, it is placed over the denominator. The denominator was 2, so the remainder is placed over the denominator. So for example, 17 over 5, we would say, okay, 5 goes into 17 3 times, which is 15. If we subtract those, we get a remainder of 2. So this will be 3 and a remainder of 2 over the old denominator. We'll do it one more time. 12 over 8. So here we could notice that you can reduce 12 over 8 first, which will make it easier. What goes into both 12 and 8? We can divide both by 4. So this will be 3 over 2, and then we did this example here. It would be 1 and 1/2. Now if we hadn't divided, or if we hadn't reduced first, then we would divide 8 into 12, that goes once, subtract the 8, and that gives me 4. So the remainder is 4. So this will be 1 and 4 over 8. Now they look different, but notice that 4 over 8 can be reduced. We can divide both by 4, so that will be 1 over 2. And with a mixed number, you do want to reduce that fraction to lowest terms. Now to change a mixed fraction, or a mixed number, sorry, into an improper fraction, let's write one down. We multiply the whole number part by the denominator, so that's 3 times 4, and then add the numerator, 1. So the way I think of it is this way. We multiply 3 times 4 and add 1. 3 times 4 plus 1. Alright, so let's rewrite this. 3 1/4. 3 times 4 plus 1 is 12 plus 1 is 13. 13 over 4, over the old denominator. So we'll write a new one down, 2 5/8. So 8 times 2 plus 5. 8 times 2 plus 5 is 16 plus 5 is 21. So this will be 21 over 8 as an improper fraction. Okay, so that's the end of this video.